Hi, my name is Anthony Pulvinelli and I'm with Smail Motor Cars in Greensburg, Pennsylvania. I'm here today to show you a very, very special car. This is the Mercedes-Benz SL class. The Mercedes-Benz SL features a number of excellent sporty features to really kind of bring out SL heritage of the past. From its AMG wheel designs to all of the sidelines here, it's really meant to mimic all the heritage of the Mercedes-Benz SL class from the past. This particular nameplate that Mercedes has carried has been around for over 50 years, and on newer models features a number of great comfort and convenience features, such as the new Luggage space saver system back here in the rear, which allows you to protect the top, protect the luggage, and makes it really, really easy for you to electronically operate everything. All of this can be done with switches or using the key fob. Around on the side, you'll notice elements from the turn signals being on the side mirrors here to all of the side chrome trim. New AMG wheel designs, including this titanium multi-spoke look that you see here. Perhaps most notably is the front design of this vehicle. The SL features a chrome diamond blocked grille with a single lamella in the center. Along the side, you'll notice the LED Hawkeye effect headlamp, really meant to mimic a bird of prey. Along the top, perhaps the most famous element of the Mercedes-Benz SL are the power domes. Stemming from the original SLs back in the 50s, from the 300 SL, you'll find these twin power domes on the center, which really brings out a different element of styling unlike anything on any other sports car. Let's take this vehicle for a ride. But first, now we're ready to go for a drive. Alrighty, this is the 2017 Mercedes-Benz SL. This particular vehicle is available in a variety of trim levels. So Mercedes, because they've been building SLs for so long, they try to give you a lot of options on this car, both with colors, with the motors, with some of the features that you see. The particular one that we're driving today is an SL 450. This uses a bi-turbo V6 engine with the option in the 550 to get into a bi-turbo V8. There's also the option on some of the other sizes with the 63 and the 65 to get either a handcrafted AMG V8 or a handcrafted V12 in the S65. You also, while you're moving, can actually operate the top of the car. So you might notice this is a retractable hardtop Roadster. So actually on the fly, even while we're moving, while we're on the road, we can just press the switch here in the center stack and control everything. And now a number of these features using all the top controls and the wind deflector and everything, these are standard on the SL class. So whether you have a 450 or you have a 550, a 63, 65, doesn't matter. These features with the top are going to be standard for you on all the cars. Really the change is the performance. But what you'll find is even on the 450, which we're in today, there's quite a bit of performance on this car. Really a lot of get up and go because of the bi-turbo V6. We just got a little rain, so just switched on our rain sensing windshield wipers. What's nice, you can actually just leave the wipers on a Mercedes in either of these lower settings down here, and automatically the infrared sensor on the top of the windshield is going to take care of the wipers for you. So as the infrared sensor gets covered with water droplets, it adjusts the sensitivity of the windshield wipers, so you don't really have to worry about it. One of the big differences that they made here over the last couple of years, when they redesigned the SL, they changed the transmission. So we went from having a 7-speed dual clutch, which was already a pretty impressive transmission, which still exists in some of the Mercedes vehicles. Now on the SL class, you have a 9-speed. It's the new 9G-tronic transmission. You might know this same system from the new 2017 E-Class. The 2016-2017 GLC was actually the first vehicle to feature this. And moving forward, you're going to see it on more and more of the Mercedes models. Now, as we've been going, I've already been getting kind of spoiled over here with the massaging seats feature, but I have to give my cameraman the same kind of features here. So let's pull up the massage and just check this out. So both for the driver's side and the passenger side in this vehicle, the seats not only adjust far more than many of the Mercedes vehicles, but they actually have moving parts. So for example, you can actually give yourself a massage on either side using the settings seen here. So 4 different types of massages to choose from the activating to the classic, mobilizing, and even the relaxing. You can actually adjust between 4 different varieties here, and you can even go so far as to customize the lumbar between 10 positions up and down, 10 positions forward and back. It's an incredibly adjustable seat. You can even go as far as to dive into your backrest sides and even adjust how much the backrest sides hug the seat. It's really, really impressive how they use this system of air bladders within the seat itself to be able to adjust how your seat feels. You can even go so far as to adjust the heating balance of your seat. So not only do you have the heated seats, but you can even adjust how much heat goes to certain parts of your seat on this car. Just a number of really, really nice comfort features on these particular cars. Now, one of my favorite things about the seats on the Mercedes-Benz SL is this feature here called Dynamic Multi-Contouring. What Dynamic Multi-Contouring does is, just like in many race cars, this allows you to have the car adjust the position of the seat as you make turns. So as the wheel turns, as the sort of like the G-force of going around a turn changes, you'll find that moving this switch allows you to not only turn on and off the dynamic multi-contouring, but even adjust the sensitivity level of it, both for the driver and the passenger. Really nice, spacious interior. You find you have a ton of legroom in the Mercedes-Benz SL, as well as actually a lot of nice space on top. Many of these vehicles are equipped with a sunroof, so that even when your top is closed, you still have this nice big glass sunroof on top. There's even a cool visor right here, so if you do have the sunroof but you want to close it up entirely, you can do so. Plus there's a large pane of glass in the rear, which still allows you to see out the back very easily. Not really any blind spots on the SL. It's nice and easy to be able to see around, even with the top up. Just a lot of great performance. This is really the sort of the grand tour of the Mercedes-Benz lineup. Just gives you that nice long wheelbase for a Roadster. Basically positions the driver directly in front of where the rear wheels sit, and this combined with the rear wheel drive positioning of the transmission really makes this nice and fun to drive. You feel like you have a lot of power at all times. This new 9-speed transmission is fantastic as well. Really gives you the feeling of having all the torque in a hurry. And once again, we are driving this in the V6 trim. So actually, this, if you for whatever reason don't think it's enough power, you got 3 options above it. So really a lot of flexibility in the SL class in terms of really getting the right vehicle for you. We're going to change up the dynamic select that I spoke about earlier. So there's a switch in the center control here that allows you to adjust the driving modes of the vehicle. So on the fly, I can press this little dial and dial in one of 5 different drive modes. So I have a comfort setting, a sport setting, a sport plus setting, an individual, and an eco. Essentially what those 5 modes mean is it's going to adjust the feel of the steering, it's going to adjust the shift points of the motor, it's also going to adjust at what rev point the engine shifts. We'll probably notice too that switching into Sport Plus sounds a little bit sportier too. And believe it or not, even with this kind of performance, this is not an AMG. So that just gives you an idea of the kind of performance in every SL vehicle. One big difference that you notice driving the SL versus a lot of Roadsters out there is because of the length of the wheelbase and the length of the car, what you find is even on a bumpy road or a windy road with speed bumps or potholes or stuff that you usually find in an area like Pennsylvania, the ride feels much smoother. So a cool feature of the 2017 SL is all of your roof controls and window controls and everything can actually all be found in the same place. So in the center stack here, right where kind of your hand meets on the armrest, there's a nice little fold-out compartment. And what's cool is you can control the roof with this latch here. You can control all 4 windows with this here, because you have your 2 primary windows and then the 2 shorter windows that sort of mimic that sort of fastback appearance. And the third button here is actually a deflector in the back, which will cut down on wind noise and road noise and everything while you're driving with the top down. So what's cool is you have all your controls all in one easy place, and when you're not using it, you can just use it as a handrest. you'll find the same shifter that you find in most AMG vehicles. Now that's standard on the SL. It's this hand shift right here, ergonomically designed to almost feel like a little bit of a hand rest, but yet you can sort of grasp and adjust this lever with ease. This will control your reverse, neutral, and drive gear, as well as giving you a simple switch to put the vehicle into park. The M switch over here allows you to drive the car like a manual if you want to operate either of the magnesium paddle shifters behind the steering wheel. Drive the car like it's a manual between the 9 speeds. A few other controls that you'll find in most SLs are the automatic economy start-stop, which will turn the engine off for you at red lights and stop signs if you want to help save on fuel, as well as the dynamic select that we talked about. And another cool feature is you'll find that you can actually pull up real-time vehicle and engine data based on the drive mode that you're in. So in real time on the screen, you can actually see the G-force of the car. If I'm adjusting, I'll change lanes so you can sort of see it. You'll notice as the G-force is sort of adjusting in the car, you can sort of see where the pressure is on the wheels, what the angle is of the tires, even like what kind of grade you're on. You can sort of view all this in real time, which is pretty neat. A few other great features are some of the advanced safety features on the car. So the SL is equipped with Collision Prevention Assist Plus in the front of the vehicle. And what this is going to allow is it's going to allow the vehicle to sort of work hand in hand with its active braking and its adaptive braking, in that if you're approaching something a little too fast, it can sort of signal you using an icon and a chime to let you know you're approaching something too quick. And worst case, in a distracted driving situation, it'll actually kick in to make an accident less severe or possibly even avoid it entirely. The adaptive brake technology is really cool in that if you were to hit your brakes, slam your brakes in a circumstance, but maybe not give it enough brake force, maybe you needed to give it a little bit more, the adaptive braking can actually help you with that and correct the amount of brake force that you're applying. A few other cool features that this particular SL has is the blind spot assist. So what's really nice about the blind spot assist is I notice a little red icon on my mirror signified by a triangle anytime somebody gets in my blind spot. If somebody does approach my blind spot and I were to put my turn signal on, such as that, you'll notice that the icon both flashes visibly and it sort of signals me audibly to let me know that somebody's in my blind spot and I have to be careful. Some SLs, actually many SLs, such as this one, are even equipped with a slightly more advanced version of the blind spot and the lane keeping assist that you may have seen in some of our other cars. So in addition to the fact that you have the blind spot technology and you have the lane keeping assist technology, which if I get kind of close to the line over here, I'm going to feel a little bit of a pulsation of the steering wheel. However, on this car, it takes it a step further. So I'll actually notice a little sort of picture that comes up, an assistance graphic that comes up on my instrument cluster here and actually pulls me back into my lane. So even if I approach the sideline, it's actually slowing the tires on the other side of the car and pulling me back centered into my line. Very advanced feature to help prevent distracted driving situations, which, if you're driving tired or perhaps just swerving a little more than you need to, actually allows you to get pulled back into your lane. Really, really cool feature. In addition to the seat heating controls that you'll find on the Mercedes-Benz SL, you find a number of other seat controls standard on all SL vehicles. So everything from a heated seat to a ventilated seat control to a third switch known as air scarf. What air scarf enables is it actually allows you to gain neck level heating using a series of fans and ventilation behind both headrests. This is not only good if you get in the vehicle even with the top closed in a colder season, or if you're driving the car and let's say it's fall or maybe spring and you get in the vehicle and you want to drive it with the top down, but it's just a little bit colder than you're used to driving it. What's great is throw on your heated seat and your air scarf and you'll find that in a hurry the car is going to stay nice and warm, and it's going to, because of how it's ventilating both the neck and the seat, it's going to allow you to drive this car in a much colder climate than you might expect. You'll definitely want to visit us at Smail Mercedes-Benz to check out the SL class, because there's also a lot of nice additional perks. So everything from free lifetime state inspections. We offer pickup and delivery. So if you bring your SL in, that's obviously great for service, but we'd be more than happy to actually go to you, pick up the SL for service, and give you a loaner vehicle in the meantime. All the loaner vehicles are practically brand new Mercedes-Benz vehicles. They're all 2017 Mercedes. Gives you a good opportunity to even kind of experiment and test and drive other brand new Mercedes-Benz vehicles whenever your car is getting serviced. The rear view camera on the Mercedes-Benz SL enables you these proximity lines on both sides to allow you to see what's on the sides of you as well as directly what's behind you. It allows you to be able to center the vehicle in between both lines whenever parking. The 2017 Mercedes-Benz SL definitely continues the exceptional lineage of almost 60 years of the SL class in style, bringing you all the new technology features, performance that you expect, and of course the styling and aesthetics that has always made the SL a classic vehicle for Mercedes-Benz. And that was our test drive in the 2017 Mercedes-Benz SL. Thank you so much for coming along on the ride. Please check out our other videos on our Facebook page and on our YouTube channel. You can check out this amazing vehicle in person at our showroom in Greensburg here at Bud Smail Motor Cars, or you can visit us in the meantime on the web at smailmercedesbenz.com.